Hello and welcome. It is the middle of October. It's a nice autumnal day today. Although the sun is shining, the nights are getting colder. Last night we had a first glimpse of frost. You had to look very carefully for it, but I found it. So getting more autumnal as we go. I'm going to wander down the plot today. Let's see what stuff's still in the ground that we can take out. In all honesty, I know exactly what's in the ground that we're going to take out because I've written it all down. Nevertheless, let's get going. Right, let's start with some leeks then. I sowed these leeks directly in the ground at the end of May. We've got three types. The first three rows here are elephant, and then the ones here, the first row there, are musselburgh. They're not massive yet, they'll stay in the ground over winter. But let's take a few out, see what they look like. Like I said, these are only going to get bigger. I haven't thinned them out or anything. Let's just give them a pull. Plenty to go at. These are the elephants. Careful not to get any mud in there. So, decent enough size. Like I say, they're only going to get bigger and better. Let's dig up some musselburgh. Plenty of good roots on there. They're good. They are good. What the difference between the two types are, I don't know. We will see. Right, on to some beetroot. Just next door. So I've got some beetroot here that was the latest sowing, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for them. We've got three types of beetroot here, sown direct at the end of May. We've got Renova, which is a longer time. We've got Chiogia, covered in mud, kind of shape, and then we've got Crosby Egyptian, sort of a round type, but a bit smaller. Oh, sorry, it's showing you. We want to see some come out of the ground, don't we? Let's pull some out of the ground. Right, let's pull a Renova out of the ground. That one's huge. That is huge. Look at this one. Oh, there we go. Lovely. Here we go, Chiogia. And Crosby Egyptian. Something I feel compelled to show you is the colour inside of these Chiogia beetroots. So, let me chop through one. Just check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Right, moving on from the beetroot. In the same bed, as I mentioned before, that's the latest sowing of beetroot. This is actually chard, rhubarb chard. To check my notes. And next to that is some rocket. These are just sown at the end of August. Maybe 6 weeks. Plenty of stuff there. We've got some confused broad beans. That's where my broad beans were. Whether some seeds have dropped or whatever, but with this mild weather, some have popped up. Whether they'll survive or not. I've got my broad beans. I do normally sow broad beans in October. I've got some seeds to sow. That's part of why I'm sort of looking at cropping as much as we can now, just to clear some beds out, like these here. Clear them out. I know it looks empty, but it's easy to weed when you're not working around stuff that you've already got in the ground. So onto these onions, which I'm going to take out of the ground. These rather sowed from seed. Oh, sets. I think, to be honest, I think both of them were sowed from See, they've been in the ground so long. I think sowed some of these seeds in January. Anyway, let's pick some onions. Onions of various types. We've got some spring onions there. Got some red onions here. Let's peel back. Oh, look. Imagine what it looks like without all the mud on it. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's do another one. Oh, that looks tired and sad. Let's peel back. To reveal. Let's polish it. Let's polish my onions. Oh, it's just, God, I'm spending too much time on this. I just want to show you the colour. Look at that, glistening in the sun. Right, show you some turnips that aren't ready yet. So next to the onions, we've got some turnips sown. Purple top Milan, sown at the end of August. But they're not ready yet. What is ready is some fennel. Well, the leaves are anyway. So this is looking alright. And that beautiful fennel. Let's taste some. A bit aniseedy flavour there. Definitely fennel. And definitely not dill. Just amend my notes. It's not dill. It is fennel. So as we move on from the not ready turnips and the dill / fennel incident, last of the sunflowers up there. Just try and just add a little bit of colour. All the rest have gone. Flowers still just showing a little bit of brightness. Apples! Stick an apple. That came off easy enough. Now these type of apples, they all sort of, they don't look the prettiest, but I'll be honest, until they're very red, they don't taste that good either. Lovely. And we've got a fair few left on the tree. This side of the tree goes red afterwards because the sun's over there. That was the last ones to go red. This side go red. First, decent enough crop. Previous years I've just topped them all off the tree at once. Some kind of YouTube showing off event. Look how many apples I've got. I'm more mature. Just take them off. Few a week. Till they start to drop off, then you can get into an emergency situation. The pears. Let's place my apple there. Pears. It's better. It was windy a few weeks back. Every single one blew off. I mean, there was only 10 or 15. Apart from these three, which have hung on and hung on. Let's see if it comes off easy. It comes off easy. It's a pear. What can you say? Especially if you don't know what variety they are. Put that in my pocket. Autumn fruiting raspberries. Some of them don't look pretty. There's enough here for maybe the last harvest. Dotted around all over the place. Looking lovely. Let's see how many I can collect. Well, that's not bad for 10 minutes picking time in October. Let's proceed to the shed / greenhouse and the greenhouse. We'll wander down there. Sometimes the journey is more exciting than the destination. We'll get into there in a minute, the greenhouse. In the shed / greenhouse, yes, we've got the pumpkins. Now they're either Mammoth or Big Macs. And then at the back, We've got jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Various stage of orangeness, so that was the same colour as that a couple of weeks back. So we've got a couple of weeks till Halloween. Hopefully they will orange up. I'm well pleased with these two beauties. I'll show you where they came from in a minute. Into the greenhouse. It's always nice coming on the back here. Into the door. Let's see the temperature. The temperature is 8.9 degrees. So, not the warmest, but warmer than out there. Warmer than out there. What have we got here? We have got a solitary aubergine. A single solitary aubergine. It's the biggest I've ever grown. We've got chillies of varying sizes. Some isn't helping. Look at that. So these chillies at the top, I didn't pot them on smaller plants. I've only got one on each plant of varying types. I think that's a hot lemon. Here we've got some chilli plants that we potted on into bigger pots. Got jalapeno there, 3 or 4 on that plant. Again, the sun isn't helping us see them properly. And we've got some failed aubergine plants. I mean, there's just no fruit on them. And we've got some chilli plants here which are behind where they should be. But you can see we've got a basket of fire chillies there, some of which are going orange. So that's the view as it stands. Time to pick some chillies. So not a bad collection then. I'm really pleased with that aubergine. Things I am not really pleased about my sweet corn this year. First sowing of the seeds didn't work properly. So I had an emergency sowing in June which I germinated in the greenhouse. So this is the sweet corn here, late to the party. It's been blown about by winds. It's a battle between making sure they're big enough to harvest but catch them before they get eaten. So this one's nice and big, but it's been chomped. This one is probably too small. Once it gets bigger, I guess animals know when to take a bite out of stuff, don't they? So let's again, with the apples, I've just been sort of picking these as and when. I haven't had many cobs, but I'll go through, see how many we've got, leave the rest on. Why not? You never know, do you? And this is the pumpkin plant where the Big Macs or the mammoth came from. I didn't know if it was a yellow one there. If you've seen video from a few weeks back, I didn't know if it was a squash or what. So there's no pumpkins left on this plant, but I'm going to leave the plant in there. It's suppressing weeds. It's happily still growing. It's vain attempts at producing more pumpkins. But frost comes, that'll kill that all off. So suppressing weeds. Anyway, I digress. Let's pick some sweet corn. Right, so like I say, it's hard to find ones that look suitably plump and juicy that haven't been eaten. So let's have some live sweet corn disappointment, shall we? Oh, it's alright. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, so I'd risk another. Let's risk another one. Not sure whether live sweet corn disappointment will become more popular, but do you know what? It's alright. It is okay. Is that out of focus? Doesn't matter. That is okay. I don't even need to. Let's just imagine what's in there. Let's just imagine what's in there. All good. On to some. What is next? I'll Tell you what, I'm going to have to check my notes. It's a good job I wrote this list down, isn't it? It's a good job we're pre-planned. Uchikikuri squash, just next to where the sweet corn is. So if the sweet corn is there, the squash is there. Uchikikuri squash. Sowed these first week of May. First week of May. Germinated them in the greenhouse and then planted them out. Let's see how many we've got in here. I maybe should have picked them before. Oh, not the biggest. Too small. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Another one here. Now, that looks lovely, doesn't it? That looks lovely already. That doesn't look so lovely, does it? I don't know what's happened with that one. Maybe it's been in the ground too long. I think there's one more over here. There we go, the last two decent sized ones. I will wipe the mud off, search for any more. Got a couple of little ones that aren't any good. All good here, all good here. We'll go just over there. Got two pumpkins that are left. I'll say on the vine, but you'll see what they look like in a minute. Right, so that's where the squash was. That's where the squash is now. Let's wander up here. Flowers there. There's some starting to flop over. They might be gone soon. Like these ones here. Dried out. Autumn. Got some beautiful ones here. Beautiful ones here. Very lovely purple colour. Right, let's have a look at the pumpkins we've got left. So this is where the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins were. I did cut back all the flowers and stuff the other week to concentrate effort on the pumpkins. There's basically the plant has withered. There's the remainder of the leaves. But basically it's just left two pumpkins isolated. They might as well not be there. They're not getting anything from the plant anymore. The plant's died back, so I'm going to cut them off. That one and that one. Move them into the shed glass greenhouse for ripening. Then let's just move down the plot as well. Cosmos. Sowed all these from seed. Middle of October. Looking absolutely stunning. Stunning. What else have we got here? We've got some onions, some more rockets. Again, I only sowed these in the past month and a half. Rocket there. Got some cabbages. I'm going to move to the greenhouse before it gets too cold. Got some carrots. Same with that, I'm going to move them to the greenhouse. And that is some parsley. Parsley. Here we've got the last of the potatoes. Been a bit. Look, my potatoes they've been alright. They've been alright. A lot have succumbed to being eaten, burrowed into by various creatures. Maris piper, they were affected. So that's marriage paper there. And then I've got some, what are they, Picasso? Are they Picasso? Picasso there. They were less impacted. So I'll dig up one plant of marriage paper here, one plant of Picasso, and show you the difference. So we've got the same kind of problem that I've seen previously, and I don't know why. Those two plants were virtually next to each other. Picasso, lovely sized potato, no signs of any holes. Right next door, marriage paper. You might not be able to see, so I'll put a photo up, but there's holes in there, holes in there. Not in everyone, but I'm not frightened of the odd hole, but I've taken some of these on. When you peel them and cut into them, it's sort of halfway through, so it kind of puts you off. Anyway, whatever, still got enough potatoes, all is well. Let's end on a high. Let's go check out some more raspberries. Right, so just a reminder, or for anyone who's a new subscriber, this half plot here I've had for nearly 10 years. This half plot and this one I just took over this year, so it's nice to find things on your new plot, like for example golden raspberries. Right, someone has left a load of leeks and beetroot and fennel all over the place. I've got to go tidy that up. Thanks for watching, click subscribe, send me a comment. See you next time, cheers.